guys and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to continue our discussion about the Z buffer algorithm. In the previous video I talked about how we should write the depth matrix or the depth map of the image in order to understand which object is coming front. So in the last video where I ended, I told you and I explained you about how you should write the Z buffer, how you should write the depth buffer matrix, and I showed you this example from the Geeks for Geeks blog, that if you have a surface which is not tilted, then you have all the z coordinates, or remember that whatever you are storing in the z in the depth matrix of stored in the depth buffer memory, you should be careful that the matrix only stores the z coordinate of all the pixels in the screen. So for example, here we saw that when the plane is not tilted, it is in one surface as if like a candy bar. For show you, I will here I'm going to show you the candy bar, right? Chocolate bar. Yeah, see, image like this, that this whole chocolate bar, all the cubes, you can imagine every cube as a pixel, and whatever I'm storing in the depth buffer depth matrix, or the z coordinate of this box, then this box, then this box, then this box, and this box, and this box is written in one column, then and so on similarly, like that. Here you can see this thing, whole chocolate bar is having one z axis. If you take the z coordinates in this manner, and if you take this z coordinate in this manner in the world space, see right now whatever matrix I'm showing here in the Geeks for Weeks vlog is having the z coordinate of the world matrix, and which is defined like this. Then you are going to get the matrix or z coordinates like this if we have a plane which is not tilted on the axis of z axis, right? Like this chocolate board which is not tilted according to the z axis because it's on the chopping board. But for example, if you have a chocolate bar which is placed like this, then you can see like this one, how I have placed my camera. This chocolate bar is tilted in the z axis where I am taking the cam. Then you are going to get a depth matrix like this, which have one column which have the z coordinate little different. If we define precisely, I'm saying, if we define the world coordinates axis like this. But if I showed you another example here of this leaf where I have taken the here in this example while I was explaining, I actually took the z coordinate of the projection plane and not of the camera. See, if I talked about this picture, then yes, this picture's camera world coordinates I showed you in the first example. Then then the matrix is going to look like this one, which I stated here. But when I took the coordinate axis on the projection plane, that is on the sheet, then even if this leaf was on the same plane, because I took the coordinate definition in a different fashion, the depth matrix looked like this. So be careful how you are writing the matrix according to what coordinate you are taking. That is, if you are taking the world coordinate or you are taking the projection plane coordinate, then it's going to come out differently. So don't be confused like that. So don't be confused about it. So that was all from my side about depth buffer. And now let us talk about the second element for this Z buffer algorithm, the refresh buffer. So what is the purpose of a refresh buffer? Refresh buffer is also storing a matrix with the pixels value, and the pixel value here does not uh, store the information of the Z coordinate of every pixel, but it stores the information of the intensity of color RGB value, what is to be done on that pixel. So basically, if we understand that one object one object is above the one plane is above the other plane, then the place where this plane is defined should be colored with the pink reddish color in this portion. Then the when this boundary is over, then this hand color will be colored in the skin color. So the refresh buffer must store the color of red color defined for these pixels, all the pixels present on the leaf, and all the pixels present on the hand side should store the color information, skin color. So that's for the reason one matrix tells you which plane is above and which plane is below till which pixel, and the other refresh buffer stores the information of what color you should do, what color I should apply to give the final result of an image like this one. So we are going to see two examples. One example of this leaf and one example of this painting. So here I explain you with the help of this lotus painting, where I have drawn that this lotus and this lotus is above this lotus plane. Say for example this whole lotus projection is a plane, and this comes before this giant bubble on the back. See, you can see a little line markings. This is a mandala art style bubble made, and some bees are there. So these bees are also above this bubble. So I have to paint it in such manner so that you can understand that yes, this portion of the this portion of the bubble should be colored in the color of lotus, so that you can understand that lotus is above this bubble, and after the lotus is this bubble and all the plants above it. So how do we do that? In while we are doing a painting, we do it by I have done it by layering one method. I have done it by one method known as the layering method using the acrylic paint. So here I show you. You can also use some other artistic techniques, but here the artistic technique is not important. What important is that you should understand how the refresh buffer is storing the color information. So here slowly I have painted into white color, because in acrylic paint we have to use first the white paint, then only you can, if you paint with some other color, it will look opaque. So first the refresh buffer has stored the information of these places as white, and all the background has the information blue of the blue color. So yeah, in the beginning I forgot to tell you that when this about all the pixel information in the refresh buffer matrix have right now the color blue in all the yeah, in all the pixels. Yes, in the middle of it, this has a different shade of blue. Then they in this portion, it will have the storage of information of a little light intensity of blue. But all the places here has the dark intensity of blue. So this is our initial matrix for this painting, but when but when you start, it may have blank sheet or depend on what background color you have in your pixel painting. Then yes, these specific area pixel have now got the information of white color. Then in the next phase it has updated that these portions of the pixel have the information of black color right now, and these pixel location have the white color, and all the other parts of the pixel still have the background initial blue color information in the refresh matrix. See, this refresh matrix is also a matrix defined in this manner, how I explained it in the previous video about for depth matrix, in a similar fashion. Then slowly I have again updated the information of the pink color of the lotus. Now these locations, depth, these pixels now have the information of pink, purplish color, you can say purple intensity, and still these pixels have the information of white color. These background pixels have the blue color. These bubble location have the black color. See how you can see key slowly this information is getting changed, that this pink colors intensity has changed, and this has still the light pink color, purple color actually. Yeah, here it has the purple color information with different intensities, and slowly this is having a pink color intensity now. Now it is having a reddish pink color. Now it is all have the reddish pink color information of the for the lotus. So in this manner it is getting updated to finally form this kind of picture information, where the bees has also been colored to yellow information, brown on their stripe, white wings, and the background information have black color. This information have the green color which was earlier colored in the white, and these portion now have different shades of uh, red and pink and white intensity. See, these places are not white, these are light pink color, and here the information is light pink. Here it is getting the information of reddish pink, slightly intensity is near red, and so on. You can understand to reach this final destination of painting. Similarly, I have the example for this leaf painting as well. See how slowly the color of pink shades is coming, right? See, in the beginning I have a very light shade of pink and veins is purple, and now the leaves information is changing to darker pink. Then again with more dark red color, and now more of red and black. So finally the colors intensity are changing in the refresh buffer according to how I am defining the depth buffer of all the pixel location. See, I have not painted anything in the background here. So the background information has the refresh buffer matrix have the information of white still and did not get updated. Okay, thank you all. That was all for this video of today's discussion. I'm going to explain you about how this depth buffer and refresh buffer is helping us to really execute the Z buffer algorithm. So till then we meet you in the next video. Thank you for watching this video till the end. If you like this video, then please hit the like button. If you subscribe, if you want to hear about more such videos launched in our channel, then please subscribe to our channel. Till then, goodbye, happy learning.